Hey, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Peter and today we're gonna be looking at one of my newest flip bikes. So I like other people flips, so hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please hit the subscribe button and let's take a look what's new here in the shop, and then let's take a look at the flip bike. So let's begin. So here in the shop, there's quite a bit of new stuff here. We have, firstly, starting in the first row here, we have this GSR 600 flip bike. I flipped a couple of scooters this summer, and I changed one of the scooters for this and a couple $100 added to that. Then we have a Honda CB 125 2021 model. And this one I bought. I thought I stole it because I bought it for $300, and the only thing it needed was handlebars and mirrors, and that was all. So I stole it, but my girlfriend stole it back from me. So no money will be made on that. This is a Chinese motorcycle that I bought for like $300, and it sat outside. The gas tank was full of water, the carburetor was full of water, there was no oil in it, no water in the radiator, forks were bad, tires were bad, the brakes were bad, everything was bad. It's a Chinese motorcycle, so it was all in spec because I'm Chinese. And I gave it to my girlfriend, but yeah, she's a beginner, so she liked this better and she doesn't want this anymore. Then we have a Honda CB 600. On this we will do a will it run if you're interested. It's set for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years under the attic or something like that, just in barn, let's say. And it needs probably a carb clean, I don't know, never heard it run. Then we have the Suzuki DL1000 here. I sold this bike, the owner crashed it, and he bring it for repairs, so we put a new front end on it, and it sits here, and he didn't pick it up yet. And this is one little Yamaha XC125, I think, yeah, 125, a little Cygnus X, and we put an engine in it, and it is for sale right now for $1,400. Nobody wants it. Then we have XT125 Yamaha parts bike, and the ZR6 Kawasaki Ninja parts bike, heavily crashed. The frame is bent and pushed into the motor, and so we will see if this will run. We can do a will it run video on it if you want. But now let's go to the part of the shop that you've never been in, and let's take a look at the newest flip project. So I haven't made a video in about a year now, and half a year, let's be honest, half a year. I have recorded content like two years back, but I have no time to edit. I have a slow computer and yeah, excuses, right? But I did something in this room that you never saw on the channel, and that I bought a motorcycle lift. I also bought two of these boxes full of tools. They were like 800 a piece, so I spent a couple money on that. And this lift was like I think $750, like something like that. It's a heavy duty lift, Italian made. It's a nice lift. Only thing I don't like about is this: you have this push-up pedal to push it up. I don't like it. It's way much work. The air operated or electrical operated will be nice, but beggars can be choosers. Right, so we have this flip project here. This is the Honda XR125. This is the same bike that I have. I like these bikes. They are simply made, they are sturdy, and they are good for gas mileage, easy to work on, easy to maintain. Everything is cheap on them. This is a good bike. I overpaid on it, as anything now on the market, everything is overpriced, so I overpaid for it. But I hope we can make a good bike, a nice bike out of it, and still made a little profit, a tiny profit, but have a fun doing it. So let's start up front and work our way back, and let's see what the bike needs. So if you start with the fender here, the fender has a lot of scratches in it, and I'm hoping if we can wet sand this, we can wet sand most of the scratches out and give it nice shine and a polish. Then the headlight, that's the same song here. It has scratches and it needs to be polished. Tire, front tire, bald. The brake pads, the fork here leaked a lot of oil into the front brake pads, so it doesn't brake very well. So we need a pad, fork seals, fork oil. The turn signals, they are not OEM and they are not DOT approved, so we need to get rid of those, put some that will pass inspection on. These mirrors, they are junk. That's these mirrors, yeah, they are junk. We need to get rid of those, put the OEM style on. I ordered up a couple of levers because, as you can see, this is one is scratched up. The handlebars are good. We need to change a couple of bulbs here. They are working, but on the bright sun you can't see them. The tank, couple scratches, a little dent here. We will not worry about that. Engine, we will do a service, oil, the valves. We need a new battery. This battery here is way too big for this bike. I stuck it on just to test the bike before we bought it, because I didn't want to buy overpriced bike that doesn't run, doesn't drive. We will be also probably changing the fuel line and putting the right clamp on it. The plastic that goes here, we have that. Foot pegs, chain, we will not touch that. The rear tire, it got some tread, but we will be changing that. We need a reflector here to be road legal, so we will put a reflector there, and that's pretty much it on this bike. So let's take a look at the table here. We've got all the probably stuff that we will be needing, except the levers. The levers are on their way, they are in the mail, I hope. I ordered more of them. I ordered 3 of each because my Honda needs them also, and this one needs them, and one to spare. And so we have the engine oil, got a model 10V40, we've got brake pads, we've got fork seals, fork oil, we got nice new mirrors. Come here. Got new mirrors here, as you can see. Yeah. Wave through camera. And you've got a battery. And we've got tires. So the first things first, we need to put this thing on stands, get the wheels off, get the mask off, get the light out, and get the turn signals off. Get these wing mirrors off, and I think that the brake switch or is stuck either on, or the bulb is burned up, because if we press the brakes, the rear brake does nothing, and the front brake does nothing. So it's either stuck on, or both of the switches are bad or the bulb is bad. So we need to check that. We have turn signals. Turn signals work. We have high beam, low beam, and we have also horn. I tried that earlier. We need to make a second key for it, so the next owner has 2 keys with it. So let me bring the stands and we will get rid of the wheels. Alright, so the first things first, we need to pull the front fender because we can fit the pin because there is a fender in our way. So 4 10mm bolts and this thing will be off and we can fit this pin through it and put it on the front center stand. I lied to. There was only 3 bolts holding it. The 4th one was missing. What a shame. Okay, I hope you don't mind this video being longer and we will do less in this video. Or we can do next time in this flip project, we can do a shorter video, a longer video. How do you want to do it? Just let me know down in the comments and I will adapt. So this is the pin that fits. We'll put it here, tighten it up, and then get rid of the fender so we don't lose it. Oh, here you can see the last scooter motor that we did. This scooter, the crank, and it's wedged up in here, but the crank died on it. They put 150cc jug on it and killed the crank. So I swapped the engines, but I had to swap the gearing unit because the shaft was different, stuff like that. So unfortunately I did not have time for recording, so yeah, you missed that. So let's put this on. This may be a little bit of struggle because as I'm looking at this, we have this that will be probably in our way. I will try. If so, then we will have to resort to another way of doing this, but I think we will be okay-ish. Yeah, it's not the sturdiest. Nope, this won't work. We have to either put it back or put it on the ground. And I say let's put it back a bit. Let's put it back a bit where it's not hitting the stuff. Let's see here if we can sneak this underneath that without tripping the bike. Nope, we cannot. Alright, so I did it my way. I took this wheel clamp off and it's rusty underneath it, but we have the front one up in the air. Now we can move towards the rear and we can hopefully lift the rear up. In the rear I went with the stand that does not have wheels on it. I would in front also, but I don't have one, so the only one that I have is this one, which does not have wheels. And it's pretty antiquated, but gets the job done. So we need to put it underneath the swing arm here, in a way we can this is not looking good, but it can probably work. We'll see if I can get the bolt on this side off. Will probably not clear this this thing. And here we have the little tab that holds this, so I would need it to lift it up and put it somehow in here, but this thing's not long enough. Well, I'll have to figure something out. Alright, the plan B here. The rear one is in the air nicely. I stuck the motocross stand underneath it, but the front are in the air also. It's perfectly balanced, but once I take off the rear wheel, the front will fall, this whole bike will fall. So I need to adjust this. Hopefully there's another hole here, so the front is supported, the center is supported, and the bike will go nowhere. Alright, so the third time's the charm. This thing lower down, this thing all the way up. And both of the wheels are off the ground. We'll see what happens when we take off the both wheels. But for now, let's start taking off the rear one. That will be the harder one. And then we can proceed with the front one. So we need to get rid of the nut on this here, on the brake rod, and then this nut, 24mm, and wheel will be off. Let's use a ratcheting wrench. So it's nearly off. Also, I want to thank you for 500 subscribers. So if we can get this channel to grow, I will be very pleased, and I will repay you somehow, someday. I promise. So please, if you like this kind of videos, subscribe, like, and all that stuff. It really helps the algorithm, and the channel will grow that way, and we will have funds to get some bills and stuff like that. Now I'm glad that I can support myself and somehow get this building operational one day. So with the prices now right now, it's really tough. Now let's get the 24mm and let's try to drag this loose if we can. We need to stomp on it. That's it. Nut, the indicator of your chain tension. Push the ball through. Pull out the wheel bolt. Push the wheel forward. Took the chain off. And now the wheel is out. So the sprocket here, it really needs replacing, but I don't think there's budget for it. We'll see, but I don't think there is. And the brakes are fine, the wheel bearings are fine, This tire is from 2017 and it's already like 70% off. There is the tread wear indicator. So I will put the bolt back together and meet you up front. Hey, welcome to the front. And here's 90mm taking this nut off. We will be also pulling the front forks. So we need to get the caliper off also, and it might get stuck in the brake pads, like so. The front wheel is off. Let's take the bolt together. Bearings looks fine. Bearings are fine. The rotor, some wear, but it's not terrible. Now the 12mm on the brake caliper. Two bolts. One and the lower one. And the brake calipers off. The pads looks awful. We'll be changing those. We need to degrease it completely and fix the leaks. So we need to take the 8mm that holds the brake hose on. This is the next step. These two 8mm, then the two 12mm here, two 12mm here, and take the mask off and pull the forks out. So there's a 10mm bolt here, and if we pull it, then probably the mask, the headlight should come out. Probably, I'm not sure of it, but I think I have all the bolts out of it. So let's see. Oops, I bumped you. Let's see if I was wrong or right. I was right. Here is the connector for the headlight, and you can set it to the side here. Now we have an access to the bolt on the forks here. But before we take this bolt off, we will undo the turn signals. That way this bracket will not be flimsy, and we will get it off easier. Somebody scabbed wires to the ignition switch. So let's get the, what is it, like 12mm or something like that, and get the blinkers off. Okay, so we will be working here. It should be a 12mm. It's 13. Of course, two different nuts. Let's get 13mm. Yep, that's the one. And the whole stud is spinning inside of the blinker. Never mind, those will be trash anyway. So we will unspin it. Nice. Now we can remove this bolt and remove the forks. Alright, keep your fingers crossed at your screens. So hopefully there will be no transfer of weight and this will not come crashing down. I may underestimate it. these forks, Jesus, they are in there. Everything's loose. Forks are not loose. Folks, this is a struggle. I may need to tap them from both. So I'll tap with a piece of aluminium on the top of the fork. I know brass would be better, but hey, do you have brass? I don't. Are they going? This hammer sucks. Probably need to find a better hammer, but they are going. Now they are going by hand, so. The one is out. Now let's go. Yep. And there was and that transfer. Now, what do I do alone here? Hey, can you grab the... It's right behind you. Can you grab it, please? Please, it's right behind you. What do I do now? I know. I can stuck this. I can stuck it here. Somehow. Yep, that will work. And behind you there's this rigid jack stand, and I can place it somewhere along here and prevent it from falling down. Genius idea. And I can pull this riggery down. Look at that. I managed. So now, let's see if we can get the second. And I need a better hammer. There should be a hammer in this box. There is. That's a better hammer. Hope you're in frame. Something fell. Yeah, the chain adjuster. Okay. Probably we can get the other fork to spin out of there. Yep, we can. Okay, the forks are out. Alright, so it's pretty stripped. And it will be stripped even more because we need to strip the battery off, the tank, the seat, and what else? I can paint the exhaust, but we can do so much, and strip the mirrors off. I think in this video we will strip the mirrors off, take the battery off, and we will call it a day. We strip the chassis, or call it a video, I should say. I will probably then keep going, strip the plastic, strip the seat, strip the tank, but that will be probably another video. In that we will strip it all the way and start tearing into the forks. So let's get the, I think it's 14mm, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and now let's take the the mirrors off, if we can. Yep, the mirror should be free. In the tripod you go, up you faces up. And that's one mirror down. We'll do the other one and then we'll close this video off. Let's just quickly get the battery off and sign off because I'm running out of camera space, I should say the memory card space, and this is one of the last things that will be changed here. The other one, you need to take them off for maintenance purposes, but not exactly we will be changing them, but this won't come off. The negatives off. As I said, I stuck this battery on because it is way too big and I just wanted to test it, to drive it around, make sure that the gearbox and engine is okay, and after that I just ordered a battery. So let's pull the battery off. Here it lies, and without the seat and the plastics and the tank, it will be the complete carcass of a bike. So this is a good thumbnail, so thanks for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe, I would really appreciate it, and tell me in the comments if you watched till the end and where are you from. I hope you're from some nice country. Most of them are nice, but tell it me down in the comments and I will see you in the part 2 with the Honda here. Bye bye.